Ben Humility, currently recording this video for the subject knowledge engineering. This video is for unit 2 content. The topic is belief functions. So if I ask you questions like why, how, by whom, naturally our answer will be identical. So let us start exploring it in a few minutes, possibly. So what is belief function? This was a concept, a probability-based concept coming under knowledge engineering. It was stated by a probabilist, Professor Glenn Sheffer. So before getting into the details of it, let us see how many conceptions are there for probability. There are 5 conceptions of probability as listed here. They are enumerative probability, subjective Bayesian probability, belief functions, Baconian probability, and fuzzy probability. So in this lecture, we are going to see about belief functions. So now comes why. Why did Chandler coin a concept called as belief function? The reason is, in so many instances, we may not be very sure what an evidence is telling us. So what we wish to is, we will be able to withhold a portion of our beliefs. We are not very clear, we want to keep something aside. And second thing is, we don't want to commit to any particular hypothesis or possibly a conclusion. So what is difference between belief function stated by Shaffer to the traditional Kolmogorov's axiom-based probability? Based on Kolmogorov's axioms, there are 3 axioms stated by Kolmogorov. It does not permit us of any indecisions in stating our beliefs. We should be very clear to make commitments whether it is a hypothesis which has occurred or not. We will not be allowed to be indecisive in any way in stating our beliefs. It requires distinction. We should be able to, in a question, to segregate our evidences into 2 types, namely mixed evidence or pure evidence. A hypothesis, once assigned the probability, it could be either a value 0 or it could be value 1. Here, by the traditional probability, once we assign value 0, we cannot be changing it by any further evidence, regardless of whatever is the situation. So there are 3 scales of probability. The usual, traditional, conventional probability, values changing from 0 to 1, and it is still the value from 0 to 1 for all other ranges also, but there are in conventional probability, if it is disbelief or impossible event, you represent it as 0, and a complete belief or a certain event as 1. According to belief function, it is based on the degree of support. So if it is 0, there is lack of support or belief, and if it is 1, it denotes a total support or a total belief. And next would be a Baconian probability, which is purely based on proof. So to have a very clear understanding of what is belief function, let us take an example. Say suppose I have 2 states, green state and orange state, for example, and we have to find whether or not the green state is supplying parts which are necessary for the construction of shaped explosives, dangerous things, to a certain military group in the neighboring state, orange state. So the difference is the support assignment denoted as yes. So as per the traditional Kolmogorov's axiom 3, my support assignment, if the hypothesis is true, it will take up a value A, and if it is not true, the negative H will be 1 minus C. But as per your belief functions as shown in the second table, my S value, if it is accepted, it will be 0.5, and if it is not accepted, it is zero point 0.3. And what is this H or not H? This is a dilemma state which I am not very sure. Then that will be the difference between 1 minus sum of H and not H. So that's going to be 1 minus 0.5 plus zero point 0.3, which is zero point 0.8. 1 minus zero point 0.8 is equal to 0.2. So what we are saying here is, we are saying that we believe the evidence about H exactly degree of zero point 0.5. Evidence also supports not occurrence of the H, that is not H exactly to zero point 0.3, but there is something about this evidence that makes us unsure about whether it supports H or not H. So we have left the balance of our yes assignment as 0.2. So in other words, we have withheld a portion of our belief because we are not sure under which category it is going to come across. So this, I think you have heard, you have listened, and probably learned what is belief function. Bye.